Good afternoon, sir. This is Manjula, Botany Department. Sir,
Madam, shall we start the session?
okay, sir. So, sir,
Okay. Madam,
sir, sir.
okay. Please stop the screen sharing. నాకు screen
Okay,
sharing option ఇవ్వండి.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Madam, good afternoon. Madam,
Good
Madam, good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good afternoon, Madam.
Good
Thank you
afternoon.
very much. Nice to meet you, Madam.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Madam, this slide is visible?
Yes, yes, sir. Manjula,
Madam,
Manjula.
Madam, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, Manjula. Take attendance also, ma.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. This slide is visible? Another
Yes,
second
sir.
slide. RBVRR Women's College Autonomous. Okay, nice to meet you, all the participants, and a very warm good afternoon to all the participants and all the students of RBVRR Autonomous Prestigious College. And this is Padala Tirupati, Assistant Professor, Head Department of Botany, Government Degree College for Women, Jagityal. So, in this training session, you have already know about, we have 5 units. First 4 units are theoretical base, and the last unit is hands-on experience or in the practical session. So, yesterday Madam has quoted that Mahesh sir will enlighten the 5th unit, that is practical session. So in this theoretical 4 units, the first unit we will start session from today onwards. So in this training program, a certificate course training program. So today we are going to discuss about the first unit, first topic, that is introduction of the mushroom and historical perspectives of the mushroom cultivation. Okay, so the slide is visible, Amma? Introduction slide is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in the slide you observe the very large and the lengthy mushroom you are observed. So this is honey fungus, Armillaria aista. Armillaria aista, 8.4 kilometer long. It's amazing. It's a wonder, because the mushroom is a saprophyte, a very little bit of a macro. What we can say that macro fungus. With our naked eye, we are visible that fungus. But in this slide, we are observed the highest, the length is the 8.4 kilometer long mushroom is also there. So this is nearest to the Oregon, that is the forest, Oregon forest, Malheur National Forest, Oregon. Okay, this is a 2,400 years old mushroom. 2,400 years old mushroom. So along with that, truffle mushroom. The next mushroom is the truffle mushroom. So based on this mushroom cultivation, we are earning money of each crop from in dollars 1,000 to $2,000. But in Indian rupees, 65,000 to 1,30,000 rupees for each crop of the mushroom cultivation. So these are the another mushroom type, that is the truffle mushrooms. Then in previous slide we are observed the mushroom is having that much of what we can say, that cost and earning money, and also the historical perspectives. So we are going to discuss about the introduction and categories of the mushrooms and historical significance of the mushrooms, and why we are going to study about the mushrooms and how many types of the mushroom, for not only in the natural mushroom cultivation, but in the commercial cultivation purpose also we are going to study, and status of the mushroom production, cultivation process of the paddy straw mushroom, cultivation process of the oyster mushrooms, and some of the disease of these mushrooms, and what are the economics related this mushroom cultivation. So this is going to discuss in this today's topic. So what is mushroom? Mushroom is nothing but mushroom is nothing but it is a fungi, fungi. It is a macro fungi. So we are looking, or we are identifying without any using of the microscope, with our naked eye we are going to identify, or we are observe, we are visible, we are watching these mushrooms with our naked eye. So this mushroom is nothing but a fruiting body of the macrofungus. This belongs to the Basidiomycotina fungi, Basidiomycotina or Basidiomystis class fungi. So Basidiomystis class fungi, these mushrooms, also we can call as the fairy ring mushrooms, or the fairy ring fungi also belongs to these mushrooms. So this is an apigeous and also the hypogeous. Hypogeous means below the scene of the unaided eye. So this hypogeous and apigeous, both are the parts, the secondary mycelium. The secondary mycelium, whenever the growing stage, the little bit of the part is inside the soil, that is in hypogeous, and apigeous means the fruiting body, the upper side of the mushroom. So we are visible with our naked eye, and also we are very easy to pick up by hand. Very easy to pick it by our hand. And what this mushroom belongs to plants, mushrooms belong to fungi. Fungi means heterotrophic thallophyta, So fungi is nothing but a heterotrophic thallophyte. So these fungi or heterotrophic thallophyte may not synthesis of the food material by themselves, because they don't have the chloroplast or green chlorophylls. So that's why they are unable to trap the light, solar light, and making them food material, food material by themselves in the process of photosynthesis. So that's why mushrooms fungi are all heterotrophs. So in the heterotrophs, mushrooms are saprophytic fungi and caprophilous fungi. Saprophyte means the living organism which they are depends upon the dead and decaying substance substrate, we can call as mushrooms. So we can call as saprophytes. So our mushrooms belongs to saprophytic fungi or saprophytes. Okay, am I audible? Amma, anybody can respond?
Yes, sir.
I hope the slide is you are clear, very easy to understand. I hope you. These are the 5 points you clearly understood. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then in this box we are going to observe. So in previous slide, what we observed, mushrooms needed to growing on the substance. So substrate is necessary for growing of the mushrooms. Based on the substrate, mushrooms are different species. They are growing on the different media or different substrates. So the substrates are rice straw, the substrates are wheat straw, the substrates are coffee pulp, the substrates are sawdust or sawdust straw, or even though cotton waste from textile industry, even though cotton seed hulls, even though logs. Logs means the trunk, the dead and decaying trunk. We can also call logs. So these are the used as this left side. The left side reason we sorry. So this, okay. Is it clearly visible, Amma? It is clearly visible?
Yes,
This
sir.
slide. Yeah. So this left side region, these are all the media or substratum for the growing mushrooms. So this substrate, different mushroom species, they are grown by using of these substrates. So the straw, Valvariella valvaceae, then oyster, then Plerotus sogerkaju, even though Agaricus bisporus, button mushroom. So these are used as a substrate of rice straw. Then oyster and common Agaricus straw, even though rounded head, these are the mushrooms are used a substrate for wheat straw. So this looks like these are the different species they are used for growing of the substrates. Okay. So this is the another slide showing about the substrates by using of growing of the mushrooms. And the beautiful slide shows about the complete picture, the complete parts of the mushroom. Is it clear? Is slide kanapadutundamma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In this slide, you observe. So this is the entire structure of the mushroom. So this mushroom have different parts. So this is the scales, then vulva. So this the part, the trunk-like structure, we can also call a stripe or stalk. So this is used for the attached to the soil or attached to the substrate or attached to the different soils or damping soil or decaying material. And this type of stalk is also used for the conduction of the nutrients for the growing area of the pilous region or fruiting body. So this is the ring or annulus. This is ring or annulus, and this is the complete structure of the umbrella. Is the shape, the cup-shaped area is related to, based on this cap or cup-shaped or umbrella-shaped structure. We are easily identified. This is a mushroom. This is a mushroom. So this mushroom, this umbrella-shaped, cup-shaped structure is having a different parts. This is the upper cap-like structure. This is the cap, and inside the cap, the number of rows and furrows we are observed. That area we can call as gills. And at the same time, the gills area also having a small, minute number of pores are also we are observed inside these umbrella or cup-shaped area. Okay, this is the structure related to the morphology or entire structure of the mushroom. And this is a overview of the structure. So this is the mycelia threads, or mycelia threads is nothing but a rhizoids. So these rhizoids are useful for the absorption of the nutrients from the substrate, absorption of the nutrients from the soil, absorption of the nutrients from the different damping or other dead and decaying material. So this cup or vulva is nothing but the secondary mycelia of the Basidiomystis. The secondary mycelia is can able to produce the entire structure of the mycelia. And the stem-like structure or step we can also call the stalk. The stalk is useful for the support of the pileus or cap-like structure, and also it is useful for the conduction of the nutrients from the soil. And the ring structure or annulus we are observed, and the gills inside the cap are the pileus shape. This is the pileus or cap. Inside, number of gills we are observed. These gills are also we can call as lamellae structure. Lamellae structure. Number of rows furrows we are observed inside the pileus. So this is the complete structure of the mycelia. Then the categories of the mushrooms. How many categories? So based on the edible, based on the whether they are edible mushrooms or whether medicinal use and the other area of the importance, so we are categorized into different categories. The first one is the edible mushrooms. Edible. So edible means we are using in our kitchen. So that is we are using a curry, making of the curry. So that is the edible mushrooms, and also making of the biryani, whatever it may be. So that is edible mushrooms. Then this edible mushroom again categorized into based on the fleshy or edible or fleshy. This is the fleshy or edible mushrooms are again classified into whether they are cultivable in the controlled area or a controlled environment. And the second one is the naturally growing mushrooms. They are not under supervision of the human beings, and they are grown naturally. So that mushrooms we can also call as non-cultivable mushrooms. So these are the two types of the edible mushrooms based on the supervision of the human beings and with the interference of the human beings. The first one is the cultivable mushrooms, and the second one is the non-cultivable mushrooms. And also these mushrooms, when they are used for medicinal purpose or medical applications, we are also used for medicinal applications. The medical mushrooms also there. And along with these mushrooms, and poisonous mushrooms also there. That is a very, very hazard to the health, very dangerous to the health. And the entire earth, the highest poisonous living organisms, they are mushrooms. So mushrooms are in fungi, the very dangerous or very harmful or poisonous fungi belongs to mushrooms. So the poisonous mushrooms mainly related to Amanita species, Amanita phalata. I will show the next slide about poisonous mushrooms, and they are very dangerous to health. Then other mushrooms, they are based on the properties not well defined till today because of the number of mushrooms they are grown externally. So these edible mushrooms, cultivable and non-cultivable mushrooms, we know that then edibility because of their non-poisonous effects of the humans and even though animals, and they have desirable taste and aroma. Aroma means what we can say that smell, taste and smell. Smell means with our nostrils easily absorb a beautiful smell or a wonderful smell and very attractive smell they are given. And a nutritive value. So best nutritive value is having these edible mushrooms because they have the vitamins, especially B12 vitamin and vitamin B complexes, and along with the essential amino acids also these mushrooms. So that's why these mushrooms is also we can used as a single-celled protein, SCP, single-celled protein. And these edible mushrooms include many fungal species that are either harvested or cultivated. Okay, so these are the cultivated mushrooms or whether they are naturally grown mushrooms. And the second type of the mushrooms, they are the poisonous mushrooms. So poisonous mushrooms are very, very dangerous. But my dear friends, remember they are also look like edible mushrooms. So we are not easily identified with our naked eye. So our naked eye easily confused whether they are edible or non-edible. So that's very, very, very important, my dear friends. Without knowingly or without knowing the perfection of the mushrooms, don't use by using in our food material. And also the morphology and life cycle, the entire is of edible mushrooms, and very, very important. And also along with that, these poisonous mushrooms also having a special type of the features. What are the special type of features? Number one, brightly colored fruit bodies. Brightly colored fruit bodies means number of, I will show the color. So see here, so this is the brightly colored, so pink colored or yellow colored and green colored, blue colored mushrooms. They are having the bioluminescence, the capability of the mushrooms have, they are showing in the night time, during the night, they are blooming, you know, they are blooming, they are shine like a star, shine, or they are emitting light from the this mushroom fruiting body. So that capability we can call as the bioluminescence. So bioluminescence capability is having these mushrooms. So ఒక సినిమాలో మీరు చూసి ఉంటారు చూడండి, ఒక హీరోయిన్ ఆ మష్రూమ్ తినేసి ఇట్లా తిరిగి కింద పడిపోతే ఒక హీరో భుజాన వేసుకొని తీసుకొని పోతాడు చూడండి, మీరు చూసి ఉంటారు. అది ఎందుకంటే ప్రేమంట సినిమా అనుకుంటారు, అదేనా లేకపోతే ఏదో మీరు చూసి ఉంటారు తెలుగు సినిమా, అలా నాని ఉంటాడు హీరో, గుర్తుందమ్మా? మీరు సినిమా చూడరు కొనిలే. సో దిస్ మష్రూమ్స్ అమ్మా, am I audible? నాకేం కనబడట్లేదు మరి.
Yes, sir.
I hope that you are feel bored.
No, sir.
You feel bored?
No, sir.
Okay. Why did you respond? ఈ మష్రూమ్ మీరు ఎప్పుడు చూడలేరా? ఒక సినిమాలో హీరోయిన్ తిని పడిపోతుందని చెప్పాను, మీరు సినిమా చూడరా? చూడలేరు. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ సెండ్ ఇన్ అవర్ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ ఆల్సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ఆ యొక్క సినిమా. అదేం సినిమా అది? ఎందుకంటే ప్రేమంటారా?
Gentleman, sir.
Gentleman. Oh, Ramchandra. Very good, very good. Gentleman లో ఆ హీరోయిన్ అది తిని పడిపోతుంది చూడండి. Why? Because they have the toxins, you know, number of toxins. Please unmute. Please mute, Amma. Please mute. So మ్యూట్ చేయండి అమ్మా, మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి అమ్మా. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏమర్థమైంది? So the fungi or mushrooms are having number of toxins, you know, the harmful substances they have. So the poisonous toxins are present inside the fruiting body or parts of the complete mushroom part. So that's why unknowingly, sir, without perfection, don't use or don't eat the mushrooms. They're very, very important, my dear friends. And the greenish sting are gills and yellow green spores also present. Then pink colored spores on gills. The presence of vulva and annulus on the stalk. So oozing of milky colored latex at damaged portions, and also they have then unpleasant odor. So bad smell also occurring at that area. So the best example, Amanita phalloides, Amanita muscaria, Amanita muscaria, Amanita phalloides, Amanita virosa. So these also we can call the death cap, Marana makutam అని పిలుస్తాం. So flying fox. So these are Amanita is a very, very poisonous fungi and very, very poisonous living organism of our botany. And along with this Amanita phalloides, then Trichoderma, then Mysterium. So these are also the poisonous mushrooms. So the 6 images shows about the poisonous mushrooms. So in our day-to-day life, we are absorbed very easily, you know. So they are growing very nearer to our surroundings, our neighbor regions. We are absorbed. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are forget about that matter. But so they are all the poisonous mushrooms. Why? Because they have toxins. So they are neurotoxins. Mainly, the fungi is also having the neurotoxins. The toxins, they are impact on nervous system. So in this categories of the mushrooms you are observed in this slide, this is the oyster mushroom and straw mushroom. So this is the reishi mushroom and enoketeke mushroom and the shiitake mushroom and wood ear mushroom. So these are all the edible mushrooms, edible. Okay, so along with that, then chimpangan, and chimpangan means the button mushrooms, button Agaricus bisporus, Phoenix oyster. So oyster, Pleros, soldier, kaju. So these are the mushrooms, and Yanagi matasuteke, and abalone mushroom, and Yanagi mushroom, and protobello mushroom. So these are all different categories of the mushroom. And based on that mushrooms, and what are the historical significance of these mushrooms? Historical significance of the mushroom. And the 1600 years ago, then Aquileria auricula. So this is the first mushroom cultivated in China on woodlog. So based on the large trunk of the trees, the wood Aquileria auricula is growing on the large woodlog. So in first cultivated mushroom in the entire earth in China. So China is the first cultivated mushroom, that is Aquileria auricula. And next, then 800 years ago, 800 that is Flammulina and Veltupis. This is cultivated in China on woodlog also. Then 1000 year AD 1000, that is the Lentinula edodis, that is cultivated in China, that is also in woodlog. This is the second rank after button mushroom. Button mushroom means Agaricus bisporus. So that is the button mushroom. After this button mushroom, the Lentinula edodus is the second rank, and it might surpass the button mushroom by 2020. Then 1600, there is Agaricus bisporus, that is button mushroom, cultivated on compost substrate in France. In France country, the biggest advance in mushroom cultivation. Today produced in greatest quantity of global basis. Okay. Then this is the first mushroom cultivated in China, woodlog. So this is the wood, this is the large trunk of the tree, and the large trunk of the tree is used as a substrate, and the substrate on the substrate, this Aquileria auricula is growing on the large trunk of the woodlog. And the second one is the Ganoderma, the Ganoderma. So the Ganoderma is also, we can call it the king of herbs, The king of herbs, this is the mushroom of the immortality. Is also, we feel that in ancient era, so the Ganoderma is also called as the mushroom of immortality. Mushroom of immortality. So this is also competitive examination question. So king of herbs, that is the Ganoderma. And so this Ganoderma, so they are also cultivated in a controlled area. So what is the benefits of the Ganoderma? What is the benefits of Ganoderma? This Ganoderma lucidum is known by doctors and the scientists to help with the following. So why this Ganoderma is more benefit to the living organs or human beings? Because they oxygenates the body and boost stamina. So this is very, very important, and it is provides more energy and vigor. So vigor means rejuvenate of the inner ability or inner strength, and it is increased brain power also, because it is very useful for the development of the brain system also, and improve the brain activity. So that's why, so the increase of the brain power. So whenever the increases of the brain power after the stress and strain, after completion of the some work, very easily to improve the quality of sleep. So whenever we are in resting position or during the night time, whenever we are going to bedtime, so whenever the Ganoderma used by this Ganoderma, we are going to very happy sleep movement. So deep sleep movement we are absorbed by the using of this Ganoderma nutrients, and this improves the Ganoderma improves the blood circulation, improve blood circulation. So it is very, very important because of the in blood vessels, the blood circulation. So what is the blood circulation? Amma, our the normal blood pressure. How normal blood pressure? Are you know? Are you heard about normal blood pressure? Blood pressure?
120/80.
Yeah, in sphygmomanometer, the shows 120/80 is the normal blood pressure. So the normal blood pressure in the age during the age group people, whenever used by this Ganoderma, it balanced, it improved the blood circulation, and balanced the blood circulation, and also it reduces allergies and inflammations. So my dear friends, remember during this pandemic situation, so allergy is more dangerous. If you are going to any hospital, whenever you are going to hospital and check up, oh, you have corona positive. So slowly we are going to think about negatively, and we are going to our confidence level is going to decrease, and we are thinking about we are corona positive patients. So very, very important, my dear friends. So we are so diagnosis also very important, and also self sanitization is very, very important, my dear friends. So this Ganoderma is used to reduce allergies and inflammations, and it strengthens and boosts the immune system. So immunity power is more important, you know. So madam is already conducted day before yesterday. The boost is the secret of our energy, Sachin Tendulkar, like that. The boost of immune system of some of the herbs or some of the medicinal plants. Madam has conducted such a wonderful program of our Rajini Madam Garu, and also this it strengthens the organs for the elimination of the toxins. So if the food material is having the toxins, the Ganoderma, whenever using of this Ganoderma, the toxins are also eliminated by this using of this Ganoderma. And the last point, very, very important, rejuvenate and makes you feel younger and more alert. So because the old people, whenever the old people, the age group people, whenever they're using of the Ganoderma used as a feed, then they are rejuvenated. So they feel young persons. They are very actively looks like a young persons. So this Ganoderma is very, very powerful in the all the purpose of the human activities. Even though this Ganoderma is effect on a tumor. So are you heard about the tumor? This tumor is nothing but an uncontrolled cell division, you know. So uncontrolled cell division is nothing but they are producing the externally patches or the tissues. The group of tissues, the group of tissue is produce a pimple. So a pimple-like structure, that is we can call it a tumor. The tumor again classified into benign tumor or malignant tumor. So whatever it may be. So this Ganoderma is also effect on tumor also. So that's why it is used as an anti-aging. Anti-aging means, so the old people or older people looks like a young, so they are rejuvenated, and liver protection and detoxification. So more important, my dear friends, our liver is a very, very important organ of the human body, not only human but also all animals also. So liver is, whenever we are eating of the food material, the food is very poisonous or non-poisonous, the first identified organ or first identified soldier is liver, my dear friends. So liver protection is very, very important. So this liver protection by using of the Ganoderma, it's very, very actively our liver is functioning. Then anti-cholesterol. So the cholesterol is very dangerous. So that is a high level, high HDL and LDL cholesterol, we know that. So low density cholesterol, high density cholesterol, so different varieties cholesterol also there now. So useful cholesterol is useful for the control of the functioning of the heart and also functioning of the blood circulation. But the harmful cholesterol, that is very, very dangerous. That is the barrier for the what we can say that the conduction of the or the circulation of the blood. So this Ganoderma is used as an anti-cholesterol and effect on cardiovascular disease also. The cardiovascular disease like atherosclerosis, ataxia. So these are the atherosclerosis means the functioning of the heart is suddenly stopped. So that is we can also call it as atherosclerosis. So atherosclerosis, ataxia, and some of the different medicinal terms is also there. So the cardiovascular disease also is controlled by this Ganoderma. And effect of hypertension. Hypertension means high BP, blood pressure. So higher blood, more than 120/80 blood pressure. So we can call it as hypertension. So this hypertension is also controlled by this the Ganoderma. And Ganoderma is used as antibiotic. So antibiotic means, so antibiotics are very, very important nowadays because of the during this pandemic situation, we are using azithromycin and so many ciprofloxacin, so many antibiotics we are using, knowingly or unknowingly, but without precautions of the doctor prescription, we don't have that much of the antibiotics. So that is very, very dangerous. This antibiotics, whenever we are using externally antibiotics, in our inside the more useful microorganisms or microbes going to die. So that's why very, very dangerous to human health and also animal health also. And treatment of diabetes. So nowadays diabetes is a very, very serious impact of the human beings. So that is another criteria. And this Latinus edodes, this is the shiitake mushroom, you know, shiitake. Both this is the both edible and also medicinal purpose also the shiitake mushroom used. And this is the shiitake is the term, Japan term, you know, shiitake, Toshiba, shiitake, Kurosawa, Murasuge, okay, Murashige, Skoog. So these are the scientists, you know, in our botany terms we are observed, you know. So Gibberella fujikuri, Murasova, Kurosawa, okay, Yabuta, Hayase, Sumiki. These are the terms related to Japan, you know. So these shiitake mushroom belongs to, they are cultivated in Japan country. So it prevents the cerebral hemorrhage. So cerebral hemorrhage means in our the person, those who have a high blood pressure, they in the blood capillaries of the brain, the blood capillaries they are going to burst and bleed inside the brain. So that's why the brain functioning is going to damage the area of the certain regions of the body, and automatically the man going to paralyze. The one part of the one side of the entire part of the human body is going to paralyze. Afterwards, if the human being totally, they're completely going to dead. So that prevents the cerebral hemorrhage. So that's why the medicinal value by the and the food value is very, very edible value is also that much of useful of Latinus edodes. And this control blood pressure level, BP control. And the next one is the oyster mushroom, you know, oyster mushroom. We can the scientific name of this oyster mushroom is the Pleurotus shogerkaju. So these are all Pleurotus shogerkaju mushrooms we are observed in this slide. This slide is visible, Amma? My dear friends, this slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope you understood what about I'm telling. Are you follow my class?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Why mushrooms we are using nowadays? Why we are mushroom? What is the importance of the mushroom? Why we are using as edible mushrooms or with in medicinal purpose? Why we are using? Because this mushroom is a very easily growing mushrooms and which have a good taste and odor and also unique flavor. So easy to cultivate with short crop duration. Very, the life cycle is lifespan is very within the weeks, you know, within a week or weeks, within the duration of the 2 to 3 weeks is enough for the cultivation of the mushroom is very growing very rapidly. And it is having the medicinal value also, and less investment and more gain of the money. So the self-employment or self-empowerment, not only self-employment, I'm saying self-empowerment is also reached by the cultivation of these mushrooms. And the less time and labor intensive. My dear friends, remember the short duration of the time and very less labor. Nowadays, labor is not available because so many people are going to laziness because of our government is giving such a wonderful schemes. You know, the laziness, the growing of the laziness we are observed in the society. So there are number of schemes they are giving. And they are using, okay, number of schemes, you know, whatever it may be, pensions, whatever it may be. So because of the labor intensive and utilization of the agricultural waste. So whenever we are cultivating of the crops, number of agricultural waste we are absorbed. But knowingly or unknowingly, farmers, they are going to burn the entire agricultural waste in the area of the cultivated croplands. So whenever we are using that agricultural waste, that is used as a substrate for the growing mushrooms, and these mushrooms having high nutritional value. Nutrition value is more compared to other what we can say the edible fruits or edible food material. And the mushroom is very suitable for small and landless farmers, you know. So a single room, a single area or single room is enough for the cultivation of the mushroom. This mushroom cultivation is need not to utilize acres of the land. Acres of the land is not acres of the land is not utilized. Only single room is enough. Single room is enough for the cultivation of this mushroom. And this is especially, my dear friends, especially you are belongs to women's college, you know. So mushroom cultivation is very suitable compared to men. So women is very suitable. It's very amazing, you know. So women is very suitable for cultivation of these mushrooms. So mushroom cultivation is suitable for what? For whom? Women or men? Women. Because the patience and the concentration and the interest so shown about the cultivation of this mushroom compared to men. So men is not suitable for the cultivation of the mushroom. So many trained women, they are self-empowered nowadays. Then, and mushrooms is used as a probiotic in nature. What is probiotic? Are you heard about the term probiotic? Anybody can else? Tell me, what is probiotic? What is probiotic? What is probiotic? Probiotic is nothing but, so they are promote the metabolic activities. They are promote the metabolic activities not only by the mushrooms, but they are used as a catalytic process. They are increase the rate of metabolic activities. Okay, that is the probiotic nature. So mushrooms have probiotic nature. So curd is having probiotic nature. Curd. Are you heard about the curd? Milk curd. Yeah. So they have the number of probiotics. You know, labs means lactic acid bacillus. You know, lab. So they are used as a probiotics. So nowadays, the people, those who are suffering from diarrhea, so they are using lab capsules, you know, lab tablets, lactic acid bacillus tablets, doctor prescription you are absorbed. The people, those who are suffering from diarrhea, they are suggested that using lab tablets. But in our day-to-day life activities, so curd is available. So whenever we are using curd in the lunch or the post-lunch, or even though what we can say the breakfast or evening, so that's enough for the increase of the rate of metabolic activities, and also very easily digestion, and consumption of the food material very easy to digest. And the spent mushroom substrate can be used for vermicomposting. After the growing of the mushroom cultivation, the substrate is also used for the used as a vermicomposting. So that's why, so one double dhamaka, you know, 1+1 offer. 1+1 offer. Whenever using the substrate for the growing of the mushroom and cultivation of the mushroom, the substrate after the growing of the mushroom, then this substrate used as a vermicomposting. So this is very, very important. And the water productivity can be scaled up. So you know, the less amount of the water is necessary for the growing of the mushrooms. And mushroom don't compete with other crops for a planting space. So the planting space is a very necessary use area for the growing of the planting of the plants. But mushroom cultivation is not necessary for that much of space. It is very less area is used for the cultivation of the crops, or within the limit area or within the room is enough for the cultivating for these mushrooms. In much of Asian climate, Asia continent, our climate is very suitable for the mushroom cultivation. So we are Asians, you know. Our Asia. So we are Asians, you know. So Asian continent is very suitable for the mushroom cultivation because of the temperature is suitable for the growing of the mushrooms, especially button mushroom and oyster mushrooms. So they are very, and even though the straw mushroom, paddy straw mushrooms. So these are all very useful for the very easily growing of our environment, external environment or climate conditions for the suitable for growing of this Agaricus bisporus and oyster mushrooms like Pleurotus soldier kaju. So these are all very Valvariella valvaceae. So these are the mushrooms very easily cultivate in the climate of the Asian continent. And the significant role in the forest economy, it is also decompose the dead plants, animals. My dear friends, remember these mushrooms is also useful for the biogeochemical cycles. This is a continuation process of the biogeochemical cycles. The cycles of the nutrients, the nutrient cycle, the continuation of the nutrient cycle based upon the decomposers. So these mushrooms is also used as the decomposers. And with these mushrooms is also used as the natural decomposer or natural scavengers of the entire earth, my dear friends. So that's why the mushrooms has large, huge significance. So that's why mushroom cultivation is very important. Then what is the food value? What is the food value? Why we are used as the edible mushrooms? How many types of the nutrients have in the mushroom content or mushroom content? Amma, are you feel bored or are you very actively participant? Anybody can respond. Are you feel bored?
No, sir.
But myself, it is a one-way process. You are not interacting with me. I hope you are easily understand and follow my class. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
very good, my dear friends. And the food value. What is the food? How many types of the nutrients have the mushroom content? This mushroom having the protein. So mushroom, earlier slide we have already discussed. You know, mushrooms used as a single-celled protein. You know, SCP, single-celled protein. Okay, then protein content. So these mushrooms also we can call as the vegetarians. So vegetarians are very easily digested food material and used as a non-vegetable. Then shakahara mamsaharam and kuda pilusam. Shakahara mamsaharam. So the vegetarians they didn't eat of the meat or non-veg, but the mushroom are very useful, and it is alternate for the vegetarians of the protein content. So that much of the protein content, 20 to 30% of the dry weight, 20 to 30% of the dry weight are usually around this protein content they are absorbed. But my dear friends, remember the protein content, a percent of the protein is varies from each species of the mushroom, whether the Agaricus bisporus or Pleurotus soldier kaju or Valvariella valvaceae. So these are the different species have the percentage of the protein is shows varies. Okay, my dear friends, along with this protein, so mushroom is a proteinaceous food. Remember, my dear friends, mushroom is a proteinaceous food. So that's why it is used as a single-celled protein. Remember, and the fiber is also huge amount of the fiber absorbed in the mushroom. So this fiber helps lower cholesterol and is important for the digestive system. My dear friends, the constipation is the major problem of the older people or age group people. So that's why the fiber content food material is very useful for the improvement of the metabolic activity or digestive tract of the human beings. Okay, my dear friends, so the problem is eliminated by using of this fiber content of the food material. So mushroom is alternate for the problem of the constipation. Then vitamin D. So vitamin D is very, very important nowadays in this pandemic situation. Doctor prescription, whenever the corona patient you are observed, the doctors are prescription are suggested to take orally vitamin D supplement. So why it's occurring? Because we are not able to withstand or stand in the early morning or even though evening in external environment. We are simply sit in the hot summer in the AC room and simply enjoy with AC. But that is very, very dangerous, my dear friends. Vitamin D is naturally available. Plenty, abundant of the vitamin D available in the external environment by in the early morning, from the morning from 7 to 10 a.m. or morning time is very, very easily available vitamin D in the natural environment. But we are unfortunately not utilizing that vitamin D. So this in the presence of the sunlight in early morning, so our fat of the inside of the beneath the skin area, that cholesterol is going to convert it into ergosterol. So this ergosterol is the chemical name of the vitamin D, my dear friends, or calciferol or ergosterol. So calciferol means calcium. So this ergosterol vitamin D, whenever the vitamin D available, the vitamin D is absorption of the calcium. So whenever the absorption of the calcium, our bones, our skeletal system, our skull, our entire body is going to strong and strengthened. Each cell of the human being or animal or plant cell, whatever it may be, the cell wall is even though the middle plate or central plate or a plate is also made up of the calcium, magnesium, pectate, So that's why vitamin D is essential. So this mushroom is having abundant vitamin D. So along with in the external environment, vitamin D is also available in mushroom content. Then food material of mushroom is also having copper nutrient, So this aids in helping the body absorb oxygen and create red blood cells. My dear friends, nowadays, oxygen levels is decreased. The patient of the corona is going to levels is decreased. Why? Because the copper nutrient is a deficiency inside the body of the human beings. So whenever the copper supplement or copper nutrient is the balance of the copper nutrient is available inside the body, then automatically absorption of the oxygen of the alveoli of the lungs is capable to track the oxygen of the inside the lungs, my dear friends, and also it creates the blood cells. So the production of the RBC, the production of the red blood cells or erythrocytes, the creation of the erythrocyte just because of the copper nutrient, my dear friends. Along with this copper, selenium. So selenium is the most important nutrient. It is not available then none of the other than mushroom. So this selenium, an antioxidant that helps neutralize free radicals. So free radicals is very, very dangerous, my dear friends. The cancer patient is also facing this free radical problem. Thus, this free radicals is preventing by this selenium and cell damage. So this is cell damage and reducing the risk of the cancer and other diseases, my dear friends. These mushrooms, whenever we are intake of the food material as a mushroom, as a part of our diet, so the mushroom contain more selenium than any other form of the produce, my dear friends. Along with the selenium, potassium is also available in the mushroom content or mushroom food material. An extremely important mineral that regulates blood pressure, that is the BP, and keeps cells functioning properly. Okay, and what is the importance of the potassium, my dear friends? Even though potassium ions is very, very important for the nerve impulse, nervous system, the functioning of the normal nerve impulse due to the potassium, calcium ions, okay, sodium ions. So sodium, potassium ions is very, very important for the nerve impulse. or nervous system, the activation of the nervous system. And endorphins, the endorphins are released whenever we are going to stress conditions or very and painful conditions. Nowadays, people, they are less scope of the stress and harmful conditions, you know. Why? Because the endorphins are not released. The nervous system is not functioning, normally functioning. So that's why potassium ion is very, very important for the normal functioning of the nervous system. So that is very useful for the whenever in stress condition and anxiety conditions, the endorphins are some of the chemical dopamine, some of the other neurotransmitters are released, and they are cope of the useful for the cope of the anxiety conditions, stress conditions, okay, and the fearful conditions, and this pandemic situation of the painful conditions. So that's why potassium is very important. The other important minerals such as the phosphorus, zinc, and magnesium. I hope you studied in your plant physiology, mineral nutrition. So 17 nutrients are essential for the plants, or the plant nutrients and plant nutrition, mineral nutrition. So along with that, even though human beings or animals are also necessary for the essential elements, you know. So that's why phosphorus, zinc, magnesium, potassium, selenium, and calcium, phosphorus. So these are important nutrients, are essential elements, are essential micronutrients. So the low level of the fat, my dear friends, the mushroom doesn't have the fat content. So only have protein content and some of the other calories and some of the nutrients like potassium, selenium, phosphorus, and copper, fiber content, even the sodium. So these are the important nutrients, you know, and zero cholesterol, you know. So whenever you are using oil, whenever using any other food material, so there are in the minimum having cholesterol, but zero cholesterol mushrooms. So the mushrooms are very, very, so this is the nutrition value, you know. So this slide, I hope this slide is visible. The beautiful slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy. Or you feel bored? You feel bored or enjoy?
No, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So this mushroom for health. So not only health but also wealth, my dear friends. So ippadi varaku man em nerchukunnamu health criteria, but so in our certification course we are concentrate for how to sustain, how to earn money, how to entrepreneur, our self-employment or self-empowerment, women empowerment, not only a single dimension, it is a multitasking, multi-dimension, you know. So that's why, so in this slide, women also you are visible. So it is a health condition, rich protein, more vitamin, minerals, diabetic, heart patients, and less fat, zero cholesterol, more fiber in health criteria. Then what about wealth criteria? Wealth criteria? So this is the health criteria, you know. Then what about wealth criteria? More income, less investment, low cost production technique, and high market demand. Nowadays, so the production is very less, but the consumption is very, very high, you know, my dear friends. So that's why, so mushroom cultivation is not only a self-employment, it is a self-empowerment. Okay, so I will sum up today, my dear friends. Tomorrow sharp 3 p.m. we will meet in our Google Meet. Thank you very much. Madam, shall I stop here?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's session.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I hope.
Yes, sir. Very interesting. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, madam. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Same link, sir. So,
okay, madam. Thank you. If you have any doubt,
link.
please ask me. My dear friends, if you have any doubt, please ask me. I will hear. I'm here. Please ask me. If you don't have any doubt, I will leave.
girls,
Okay,
any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Thank you, because you are listening very actively. You are not a passive listeners. You know, you are very, very active listeners. The RBVRS students are very active and very enthusiastically participate all activities, not only this certificate course, but also all activities. Madam has already quoted, you are all best students of the RBVRR. So that's why I am very happy. So share my knowledge with you. Thank you. Okay. And this is a wonderful opportunity.
You, sir.
You are belongs to twin cities of our state, but I am belongs to Jagitial, you know. So that's why I am very happy and thankful to you. Huh? Okay, I will leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, girls. Girls, join with same link. Okay, daily.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, girls. So send absentees list, BJC and FNBC and FNJC also. Okay.